like that song. I wrote that years ago. Well, don't like it that much. Welcome back to the Dr. Hew Show. I'm the Hewman, and we now are officially lighting the flame of knowledge. Woo! Yeah, see what they give me now? I'm not allowed any bigger stuff anymore. As you know, our show is about answering your questions about anything propane, natural gas, glass related. Yes, natural glass. And we take them live, so if you have any questions, type them in on YouTube, Facebook. We're on both, right? Cool. Like us, love us, share us, whatever you can do. All right. Man, that's about it. I used to have more to say when I first came on, but.
Okay, we'll see you next week.
All right, it's been fun. All right. So while we wait for any questions that may come from the world out there, we do have some that we've received earlier from people in the world. And so we'll go first to those. Oh, let me get to this real quick. Remember, we still have this going. If you can answer this question, you get a free engine tachometer, a $39 value. Free. We'll ship it out today to you. How much does a gallon of water weigh in water? Now remember, water weighs 8.4 pounds per gallon. So we have a scale on it, like a luggage scale, and you set it in the water. What does the scale read? And so if you can answer that question, you get an engine tachometer. All right. So that's our question of the week. Maybe our question of the month. Who knows? So getting on to our canned mail. What do we have there, Brian?
All right.
Think it'll be today?
I think so. It's not easy back here running the production. We got.
Oh yeah.
So all right, we got customer mail here. So let's go to question number 1. This is handpicked by the doc himself prior to the show. I have an OEM dual fuel generator offering propane and gasoline operation. Can I use motor snorkel with it for natural gas operation?
Well, let me start off by saying I did not approve of that question because they are not dual fuel. They are biofuel, which means one or the other. All right. Dual means you run both fuels at once, like a dual carburetor. Yeah. All right. Are we on? We're good with that? So we're going to remove dual from our vocabulary for those who type up those questions. So there are generators out there that people are buying that can run gasoline or propane, and we get calls all the time where, man, I'm getting hot. We get calls all the time where people are wanting to know if the motor snorkel could be used on those units, and the answer is yes. If you put a motor snorkel on there, you can run natural gas. However, it requires our engine regulator, so you cannot reuse the original equipment manufacturer's engine regulator. It must be ours. And the second part of that question, though, was can they use the snorkel for propane too? So the answer is yes, which you'll probably find out runs better that way than it does on the original carburetor. So original engine regulator came with the generator. So if you want to do that, absolutely. You'll be able to run all three, and no problem at all. All right, what else do we have in the can?
Doc, this may be a good time to bring to the attention to the audience that we do have a pretty significant savings opportunity on motor snorkel at this very moment.
Now, wait a minute. I got in trouble for trying to give a sale 2 weeks ago, and now you're giving away a sale?
Yeah, now we have a sale.
What is this wonderful opportunity that these people can enjoy?
Okay, if you look to your screen now, folks, you'll see that there is a promotional code. We're offering 40% off for the first 100 buyers of a motor snorkel kit, and the code there is snorkel19. So please visit motorsnorkel.com for that.
So it's 40% off, which means we have to lay off 40% of our people.
That's right. So this will be a 40% less show today.
Well, that's significant. I should mention that.
I'm glad you said that, Doc. It is significant.
We're actually going to have a price increase shortly, so that's can actually work out to be what?
Pretty significant savings, maybe over 50%.
Yeah, over half off. Yeah, if you know anybody who's considering getting a system, they may want to get one soon because everything's going up. Shipping, cost of materials, everyone knows that. And we just have to raise our price. So we've had the same price now for since the snorkel came out, I think, 2013. So
that is correct.
5 years. They haven't raised their price. I think that's pretty good. All right. So that's awful kind of us. Go ahead. He wants to say something. I know you can't see it, but I can see
I
it.
was just going to say, if anyone out there in our fan base would like to send us a pizza, the producer's really, really hungry right now. But I decided not, but you encouraged me to speak. So let's just go to question number 2.
I have some of those mini donuts left from when I ran the engine off of donuts.
I'm not sure about those things.
They haven't expired yet. There's a date on them somewhere.
All right, we'll take care of that after the show.
And they're tasty cake.
So question number 2 says,
Yes.
I have a fuel-injected engine. Can I use motor snorkel?
Fuel-injected engine. No. Next question.
Hey, thank goodness we have a live question here. And the question that has
I'll get back to that fuel injection in a minute.
oh, go ahead.
No, I want to think for a minute before I speak.
So we do have a live question. This one comes from Bob on YouTube.
Hey,
Bob says, can the good doctor tell me if 100-pound propane tanks are available with OPD valves? All 100-pound tanks seem to come with POL valves. My local dealer says they will not fill a tank without an OPD.
Oh, man. I hate to poo-poo anybody, but you're going to the wrong dealer. The OPD is only required by DOT. And the reason they put OPDs in, they have, if you're not familiar, I used to have an OPD float around here. Yeah, here you go. All right. Here's an OPD, all right? And so they would fill, and forever, everyone used what was called the spit valve. And if you notice, the spit valve has this little tube that runs down inside the tank. And so as you're filling the tank, now this one actually is for like a 30-pound cylinder. As you're filling the tank, the propane level comes up, hits this little tube, and blows out here. And you've probably seen them do that, all right? Now, what this was designed for is as the liquid is filling, it gets this high. If you notice, that is, here, let me show you this way. You can see that? It's at spit level height, which shuts off the ability to fill it, all right? And that was for people who just would not follow the rules. And the rules are just like Frosted Flakes or Cheerios. They're filled by weight, not by volume. That's why you open your box of cereal and it looks like it's half empty, right? Oh, half full. You gotta think positively. I know I'm taking a long route on this, but it's very important to understand that. So they use this to eliminate people who would, like if the spit tube fell off, I don't remember if I can get that off or not. Sometimes the dip tubes would break. They were metal and they'd fall off and people were filling them all the way up to the valve. And so they put a 20-pound cylinder in a car, go to Walmart, go shopping. While they're in there, the relief valve would blow because the gas is now warming up and expanding. So DOT required these on up to 40-pound cylinders. Beyond that, they're not required unless something changed just very, very recently. So 100-pound cylinders do not require this. But again, they're supposed to put the 100-pound cylinder on a scale, take away the tare weight. So if the tare weight of a 100-pound cylinder is 67 pounds, They set their scale to 167 pounds, and you cannot overfill it. So I don't even think you can get a 100-pound OPD valve. I really don't think you can find one. So you might want to find another fuel supplier, because that's just a little bit ridiculous. But if you can usually tell those kind of guys, because they fill by the spit valve, they don't fill by the so they want this thing to shut off. And see, that's the other thing. Oh, you're not supposed to fill it by the OPD. See, now that's what everybody's doing. Oh, we'll fill it and shut. Well, the only ones not doing that are the rack people, who are selling you 15 pounds worth of gas instead of 20. They're stopping it before the OPD shuts off. But most of these guys who run dispensing units, they'll fill it up till the OPD kills it, and then they stop, which is not the right way. You're still supposed to weigh the cylinder and put 20 pounds of propane in it. So I thought you were going to ask me, you want to be able to use the quick QCC type adapter on your cylinder, which you can buy an adapter to go on there. And for that particular dealer, you can probably put one of those adapters on. He'll think it's an OPD and fill it. Because it looks, you can buy the adapter. It looks like the OPD. Screw it on there, and you can probably convince the person who told you that, oh, yeah, that's an OPD. And he'll probably believe it. Knowledge is dangerous. Little knowledge is dangerous. Did that answer that, you think? Bob, did that answer your question? Let us know, please. But DOT is the one that determines that. They said they got to do something to get these people to quit overfilling cylinders.
All right, so let's take it now. There are no other live questions at this moment. We do have another
canned question.
Another previously asked question.
Come back to that fuel injected one.
Let's go back to the fuel injected.
Fuel injected systems do not have venturis in the airstream. So yes, I guess to say no, we can't do it. We can do a snorkel, but it's not a true snorkel. But we can make. We have the ability to make a snorkel with venturi. We just don't have the desire to do it. But with fuel injection, no, you can't do that. All right, what's your next canned question?
All right, so it's an oldie but a goodie.
An oldie but a goodie.
Will I have to cut the frame of my generator in order to install motor snorkel?
Yep, that's what got me to thinking about making the motor snorkel. Was somebody called up and said they want to send their kit back because they had to cut the frame to get the adapter in. So that was the driving force behind motor snorkel, was not having to cut the frame. So no matter how tight your cage is, you do not have to cut the frame with motor snorkel. We've never had one yet, because they are that thick. It's not even a quarter. What is it? 3/16? 3/16, something like that. So no, you do not have to cut the frame. I like those questions. Those are easy. Nobody yet for the how much is water weight in water? That's a neat question.
Not yet. No.
How much does a gallon of water weigh in water? Your answer, please. Final answer. Survey said, yeah, it's a $39 engine meter.
Okay, so Doc, we don't have any more live questions at the moment.
Do we have any dead ones?
We could come up with some. Yeah, we could
live questions.
We could bring some back if you'd like. But first, we boiling? This moment of silence is dedicated to the hearing impaired. Yeah, at first though, I think in honor, we're almost at spring here. We just had the clocks change recently.
See, I got on him. He said that the time changed. I said, no, the time did not change. Only the clocks changed. So it's semantics, but why don't we move them a half an hour and be done with it? I still don't understand it. A half an hour. It would just solve everything.
Trust me, folks. It's a labor of love to produce the Dr. Hew Show. So, Doc, I was thinking, in honor of the clogs changing and us being closer to spring, we could show off the pressure washer conversion video that we did last year.
Hey, I like that video.
All right, here goes the
pressure washer, the Yamaha, whatever it was. Fire away.
Here it is.
Welcome to the Dr. Hew outdoor segment today, and today we're doing a Yamaha pressure washer. It is a Yamaha PW3028 is the model number, if you'll notice on the side, but we can determine that also by the fact that most likely it's a 30, as in 3,000 psi, and 2.8 gallons per minute. So 30, 28. So it's been on gasoline for 33.4 hours. We're going to put a snorkel on it so that we can have it start and run better than it has been. We'll go ahead and run it now, and hopefully we can tell the difference when we run on propane to see the quality change in the adding of the snorkel. So we're going to fire this thing up. All right, we're ready to start. So we got to have our trigger squeezed, have our choke on for starting, switch on, switches on, and then let's hope it starts. There we go. We came inside after running the unit outside on gasoline and ran it empty. So my assistant Sean and I are going to show you how, say hi Sean. Hi, Sean.
Hi.
How easy it is to add the snorkel to this pressure washer. As a matter of fact, we're going to go for a world record, show you how quick an installation is. So here's the motor snorkel we're going to put on this Yamaha pressure washer. You can see it's custom designed for it, and we'll be giving that to Sean to do. And here's the tools required for installation, and that is all to get the snorkel onto the carburetor. On your mark, get set, go. Well, that's it. Sean's got the snorkel on, 3 minutes. All we got left now is mount the engine regulator and get the hose on it to hook to the cylinder. That'll take a few more minutes. All right, we're outside, obviously, and everything's mounted. And you see, we have a proprietary bracket mounting system that there's no holes drilled in the frame, so it makes a real sturdy mount for the gas line. And we just happen to put a 3.5 on here. Of course, you go 6, 12 feet. But also, we have instructions on how you can relocate this plate and mount the cylinder on the pressure washer, so you don't have to move it around if that's an issue. Some people like to have a 100-pound cylinder which holds 24 gallons and then go and go and go. They figure they're going to move the machine anyway. You just move the tank. And of course, we have extension hoses that can go, they're 12-foot sections. You could go for 48 feet if you wanted. So now we've not started it yet. That's a truism. We're going to get ready to prime it, and you're going to see it fire at the same time we do. So Sean just turned the tank on, set the load block about where we think it goes. We'll give it a little prime, And then Sean's gonna pull the trigger. They got the 3450, kept leaning it out, got the 3440, backed it up just a bit to 50, locked it in, and it was tacking at 3480. So you seen how far out it was. It didn't need to be that way. We want it lean and clean. This thing used to, I wish we'd have recorded that on gasoline. It would run, it would just keep sputtering at idle. It kind of surprised you. You'd be standing next to it, all of a sudden, it'd jump up on you, you know? That's impressive. This is my personal machine. I've had this for 2 years. And it always like kicks for a second. But this is sweet. And that's what propane's all about. It's just as smooth, and it's got great acceleration. I mean, that's like instant response. It wasn't doing that before. So there you go. There's the Yamaha PW 3028 running on the motor snorkel system on propane, purring like a kitten. And like I said, I'm really proud of that, because after a couple of years of dealing with that thing ticking up every few minutes, that's really sweet. Old memories. Yeah, it was a nice conversion on that. Well, adaptation, hybriding. So that was fun. Haven't seen that in a while. All right, back to, we had an answer on YouTube, did we? From Bob about the water, right? And Bob said what? That it weighed nothing. Now, I guess I should have said you have to explain your answer. So tell me how you came to that answer, and we'll send you the tachometer. It is the right answer. I'd just like to know how you came to that conclusion. So the tach's yours, either way. I just like to know how you got that answer. All right, where else we out there, Bri?
Well, no other live questions at this moment.
All right.
Questions from the live broadcast.
Yes, from the live broadcast. So we cashing it in.
We could cash it in, or we could show another stock greatest hits.
Greatest. You don't have a greatest hits. By the way, if you want to become a dealer, show the product at hunting, fishing, boating shows. Email us at info@uscarb.com. Or if you just, have a lawnmower shop or something like that, small engine repair shop, glad to help you out.
All right.
You're the producer.
Let's call it a show then.
I'm just a talent. I always wanted to say that. I think I say that all the time, by the way. I'm not a real doctor. I just play one on the internet. All right, folks. Well, thanks for joining in with us. Bob, get that answer to me. info@uscarb.com if you don't get it in before we end the show. And we'll send you our wonderful tachometer. What else do we say? What else is there? Please join us next Tuesday at 2 o'clock, 2:05, I guess I should say, and for another episode of Dr. Hew. And maybe I'll figure out something to blow up by then. But no matter what, always remember and never forget, no matter what you do, be a nice human.